It is 12:07 and I'm getting feedback in my earphones. So are we fixing that before I carry on talking to our guest? All right, 12:07 it is. You're with me, Julie Alli, on the midday, the midweek show, obviously Thursday mid-morning. I do hope you've enjoyed the previous two interviews. Now we're going to go into the world of science, the Science Film Festival. I understand it's a must-attend event. And we're going to talk to Mpho Tsele at Play Africa. Now, Play Africa, as you know, have been very active in the Greater Johannesburg area. We've had them several times on our show. They're doing amazing work. They are an NGO and they're serving the community amazingly well. So Mpho is going to talk to us this morning about something a little different that Play Africa is embarking on. She is the play and learning supervisor. She's also had experience leading early childhood development programs and foundation phase learning experiences. She serves as Inclusivity Coordinator at Play Africa. Mpho, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Julie. How are you?
I'm good. Lovely talking to you. I know that you guys have done for a long time now amazing work at Play Africa. As a matter of fact, a very dear friend of mine keeps me posted about all Play Africa's initiatives and the different programs that you run. I've also had my daughter-in-law and my grandkids visit Play Africa pre-COVID. I'm just wondering, how did the COVID issue impact on all of the activities that Play Africa offers? Because clearly you need to be present at the Play Africa venues to participate and to enjoy.
Yeah, sorry, Julie. I think I lost you there for a moment. We had a problem with connection.
All right.
Can you repeat your question again?
Shall I repeat my question? Okay,
Yes.
Let me change my question. I'll get back to this question a little later on.
Okay.
As learning supervisor and obviously having ECD experience yourself and being a coordinator, what exactly does your role involve at Play Africa?
So because our target market specifically, Julie, is kids from birth to the age of 10, we need to design our programs to make sure that the kids and their families and the parents in particular, they get to be able to engage in these kind of STEAM programs that we offer from birth up to the age of 10. And sometimes we go a little beyond because of the demand and, the need for it as well. So my role as an inclusion coordinator is to make sure that we break any barriers to access in terms of accessing these programs, whether it's a language barrier, whether it's an ability barrier. I need to ensure that each and every child can participate irrespective of their abilities and irrespective of the language that they speak. So we need to just break down all these barriers to ensure that each and every child and their family can enjoy the programs that we offer to them.
We're here to talk about the Science Film Festival, which I'm going to get to in a minute or two. Sounds pretty exciting, but I'm kind of just wondering, how challenging has it been for Play Africa and the people that frequent your spaces in the time of lockdown with COVID? I mean, COVID's brought the entire world to a standstill. So how did things play out for the participants? And I know you also operate from Constitution Hill, and people living in and around that area, I should imagine, were very dependent on coming there physically to participate, because that's the type of activities you offer. You have the most amazing space. And I'm going to ask you to just explain to those of our viewers and listeners who haven't experienced Play Africa before what it is that you really offer. But let's talk about the challenges of lockdown. Or did you come to
lockdown, as you said,
yourself?
Julie, has been challenging for each and everyone. Yeah, well, as you said, it's been challenging for each and everyone. And we also came to a standstill on the 16th of March. And to be honest, because this was something new to us, we were also like, oh, what happens now? Like, what do we do now? And initially, because, the president had said 21 days, so we were all looking forward to the 21 days. But yet here, so for somebody who doesn't know Play Africa, because we based at Constitution Hill, which is a former prison, and what we do is every day, actually 5 days a week, we open up the courtyard and we really put our exhibits out there. We brighten it up. Kids and families get to come there. And with lockdown, we've had to not do that because we had to adhere to all the protocols of COVID-19. It was quite a challenge for us, even to say, what do we do now? How do we still make sure that we still are impactful? We still serve these people that we so love, which are the kids and their families. And we had to start thinking digitally as well. And a lot of our work is hands-on experience, hands-on work. It's touching, it's feeling, and now we have that just like, taken away, just like ripped up from under our feet. But I'm so proud of our team that we've managed to actually come up with a lot of programs during COVID-19. We came up with 9 new virtual non-contact programs during COVID-19, and we used social media platforms to engage with our audience. We give them a call. Just sometimes we never. I think, but a lot of people have actually seen the value of just a basic phone call, pick up and say, hi, how are you? How are you doing? How can I help? So we did that with our parents. We contacted them just to find out how they were doing. We did COVID-19 stories, which we published on our Facebook page. We did connect sessions, helping people to navigate these different challenges that they come across, whether it's homeschooling, because we found ourselves as parents having to become teachers now. And then we understood how difficult the teacher's job must be. So you're at home, you're a mom, you're a chef, you're a teacher, you're a doctor, you're so many things. And, we just had these sessions where we helped parents just navigate, giving them tools, and had panelists come online. It was a new thing for us as well, that, oh no, now I must remember, I need to click record. I need to click this in order to, to make things work. So we had to be like a little digitally savvy, which was quite helpful because I learned a lot myself. I'm not a huge person who likes digital and social media stuff, but I've had to learn to adapt to the times. And that's what we've been doing. And currently we are busy with the Science Film Festival, which was our first in contact, obviously, with the regulations in place that we have done with schools and housing companies in Johannesburg.
Okay, and all of this that you talked about, because I think last I interviewed Play Africa was early last year.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that you offer at your facility is free of charge to the public. Am I correct?
Yes, you are correct, Julie. So what we ask just from the public and for people that come to us, because we have to also keep these programs running, we really just request donations. The only programs that are really paid for is when schools come, and then there's a particular fee depending on the need of the school. Obviously, there's the scale of a low or no fee school, and then just your public schools, and then the private schools as well. And we've had so much support as well from the private schools, which choose to just subsidize another school. So no or low fee paying school can partner with a private school, because I know they do have that brother-sister system working, and they can pay for them to come to Play Africa. And we use this money to enhance the programming that we offer for the kids.
Now, you're going to talk to us about the Science Film Festival. We need to understand who's it targeted at, age group, who your partner is on this amazing initiative, how long is it going to run for, where and how do people attend?
So we actually hosted the Science Film Festival as well last year, which was our first time. We partnered with the Goethe Institute and Science Film Festival, of course. And the target age is children aged from 5 to 12 years. And we really want to promote science literacy with them, ignite creative learning through science, and also celebrate science and technology. So we want kids to be encouraged to continue to do science, to take on science, and not to view science as this difficult subject, because there is that thing that, oh, science is hard or mathematics is hard. But now, specifically with science, we're showing them that science is not really just about that white coat, those nerdy glasses, even though those are, you probably look cool wearing them. But, science is all around us. It's in nature. It's in the colors that we see. It's in baking, like baking is a science. A chef is a scientist. So we're trying to show kids that, the science is not just about, learning the periodic table as it is and memorizing everything and ensuring that there's also the fun part of science. Well, I do think that it's fun all around, but, just so that kids continue to love this and share it with others.
How did the first session go? I'm assuming you've only had one session thus far.
No, we've actually had 6 sessions.
Wow. Okay. And how often do they run?
And obviously with the COVID-19 protocols, So what happened this year is that we couldn't just open it up and say people come to Cornhill because we are not at Constitution Hill at the moment. So we had to, call on also being mindful of the schools because they needed to teach, they need to do certain things. We were very aware that it's not going to be as easy as it usually is. So we had to call on them, introduce this program. This is what it's about. And fortunately,
okay, I'm losing you there. So where exactly was these sessions held?
Curriculum. We've had sessions at JP Park Primary.
Right. Okay, carry on.
Okay, we've had the sessions at JP Park Primary. We've had them at the Johannesburg Housing Company as well. So those are the main 2 partners that we.
Okay, we seem to be losing you there. Let me ask you another question. Depending on the response, we'll continue the interview. So this is all school-based. What if schools approach you to bring the festival to their premises? How are you going to break it down to the different grades or the different standards? And is it doable? Okay, I've just been told to take an ad break while we try and get Mpho back online. We're having terrible signal problems here, but we'll try and get it back and continue this fascinating discussion.
Actually, this can continue in audio because this thing is bad.
Okay.
.co.za for more information. Willowton Group, manufacturers of Sunfoil, Sunshine D, and Delight, supports the Stay Home, Save South Africa campaign and calls for all South Africans to heed the call to help stop the spread of the coronavirus pandemic. Practice social distancing, wash your hands regularly with soap, avoid touching your face, and cough and sneeze into your elbow or into a tissue and throw it away immediately. Together we can beat this. Together we have hope. Visit sacoronavirus.co.za for more information.
You are listening to the Mid-Morning Talk with Julie Alli.
12:22, and we are joined back by Mpho from Play Africa. Unfortunately, we have had to go the normal route, the telephonic route, because we're having problems with the signal. Can you hear me, Mpho?
Yes, I can, Julie.
Because
I could
can't hear
actually
you
hear
at
you.
all. Mpho, can you hear me? Okay,
Ye-
can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, brilliant. Welcome back. Sorry about that. And
No problem.
let's try and recap on a couple of the questions, because I think we lost a lot of what you were trying to share with us.
Okay.
Let's start with, who are your partners?
So we have partnered with the Goethe Institute, South Africa, to host a science film festival, which we did as well last year. So this is our second year at Play Africa running the science film festival in partnership with the Goethe Institute.
Okay, now obviously you also indicated that bit I did manage to hear was that it's not feasible to have the festival at Constitutional Hill. You are actually taking the festival to the different schools. How do you target the schools? And what about perhaps a school listening into us this morning, or a teacher listening into us, and decides that they'd love to have this festival running at their schools? How does the process work? So let's first cover where you have already been. What has the feedback been like, and how can other schools apply to have you join them?
So let me start with where we have been. We've been to inner city school, a school called JP5 Primary. We've been to a nursery school called Bombalo. We've been to a housing, so it's like a cluster block of flats. We've been there. They have a play space area for the kids, so we were able to run the program there. And we've also been to Brixton with the Brixton Community Forum. And we really just put out, to the people that we've known that have come to Play Africa before or know of Play Africa, and said, this is what we're doing. And, it was difficult, obviously, because of COVID-19 to really just put out flyers out there. And we had to also manage the expectations of people and our expectations as well. Because if we had just put it out there as a flyer, I don't think we would have been able to cater for everybody that wanted to come through. So what we did is we reached out to schools or partners that we knew, and we told them about the festival, and those that, were interested. And a lot of them were interested, but because of the demand of the curriculum where it's at right now and the schooling, it was not easy for many schools to really partner with us, but they were quite keen and interested. But those that did, make the time, and they have also participated in this program. And I would still like, teachers or schools that are interested in this kind of program, because this is not the last of our programs that are science-based. We have another program that's coming up called I'm a Scientist, and those that are quite keen and interested, please, they can feel free to contact me on project@playafrica.org.za, and we can have a conversation to see how best we can be able to serve those people.
What about the current project, the Science Film Festival? Is that still doable in this year?
So with the Science Film Festival, it's actually almost over, because it started in the beginning of October. Even I myself, we had to attend virtual workshops about the program, which was very strange. But we started it in the beginning of October, and we've served to date over 200 kids so far. And unfortunately, it's coming to an end just now, mid-November, and but it's not going to be the last of the Science Film Festival. I think we will want to partner again with the Goethe Institute next year. So there's still there's always an opportunity for people to get involved in the Science Film Festival.
Okay, it's also that time of year where there's a lot of focus on final exams, very especially for the matrics, though I see that the Science Film Festival targeted 5-year-olds and upwards, which must have been pretty exciting for them. How do you manage to break them up in the different age groups, or did you expose them all to the same content?
So with the Science Film Festival, we have different movies. We have a movie catalog each year to choose from, and we choose these movies. So this year we chose 5 movies based on the theme, which is Sustainable Development Goals. So that's the theme for the Science Film Festival this year, the Sustainable Development Goals. And so we looked at how many children fall under a certain age, and we also adapt our movies to be suitable to work with kids that are obviously what you're showing a child or teaching a child who's 6, you'll have to really adapt it for a child who's 10 because their understanding is different. So what we do in our preparation is that whatever it is that we do, even if we stream the same movie, but the activities and the content of what we are sharing with the kids becomes different. So we will adapt it according to the age, and in that way, it makes it more enjoyable for the kids.
Absolutely.
And so when we see that there's a need to kind of like elevate the program a bit, then we will revert to that script that speaks more to the 10 to 12-year-olds. And then when we see that this particular film we are working on with kids that are between the ages of 6 to 9, then we will take it to that level. So we really work according to the needs of the community, of the school, of the kids.
So you did indicate that this time around you reached out to people that have already used your facilities, that have probably repeatedly, brought their children, and the schools that have gotten involved with you. What about, a new school or people from totally different areas that have not been to visit you at all? For future programs and projects, you have given me the email address. You said it was projects@playafrica.co. Am I right?
Yes, projects@playafrica.org.za.
.org.za. Okay.
Yes. So, Julie, interestingly enough, is that even though we reached out to schools that we worked with before, it doesn't necessarily mean that the children that we are working with have been part of the Science Film Festival, because remember, our age is from birth to 10 that we serve. So some of the schools that we've worked with, the kids that we worked with before are already now in grade 7. So now this is a new group of kids that have never really gained access to Play Africa. And with our monitoring and evaluation, when we ask the children, how many of you have been to Play Africa? Sometimes in a group of about 25 children, you'll find only 2 that have said, I've been to Play Africa. And then no off Play Africa, you'll find about 4.
Right.
So for us, it's like a whole new group. It was only in the Brixton Community Forum, because the Brixton Community Forum also invited nursery schools around the area which have had access to Play Africa, where we had about 11 children that have said, actually, I've been to Play Africa before. So for us, it's really a lot of new kids that we have really gotten in touch with. So it's a new market for us. So it means that we are certainly growing in our numbers of reaching various communities.
I did indicate that focus now is on final exams, or in other instances, catch-up work due to COVID. What sort of future projects are you, Play Africa, embarking on in the new year? What can we look forward to? And, obviously, if it's interesting enough, we can spread the word and say, look out for and watch out for these dates. So
we know that exams are going, like you said, throughout. And even at the primary school level, the assessments that are taking place. But what has been beautiful about the Science Film Festival right now is that we've had educators that are saying, this is in line with the curriculum. So in every program that we are embarking on, we do look at what children are learning in the curriculum. And we also just enhance that learning through playful learning on our side, and we give that to the schools. So, like I said, the next one that's going to come out is I'm a Scientist. And next week, Tuesday, we're actually celebrating World Science Day. And it's going to be fantastic. And we are partnering with another school that's nearby to us, but a new group of children as well who have never had access to Play Africa. And so, yeah, and we have a program called Heal and Connect, which is, basically really focused more at parents, because we know that they've gone through a lot as well during this lockdown with their kids. And, we're going to be talking to them about self-care. And for the Heal and Connect program, you can contact info@playafrica.org.za. That's particularly aimed at parents, in terms of helping them with self-care and mental health awareness. And that's a very important program, because I don't think we can have a happy child if a parent is not really happy and fully engaged and being there. So that is a support program that we are offering to parents. And they can contact Debucho for that program on info@playafrica.org.za.
How is that going to play out? Would people have to come to Constitution Hill, and is it going to be a classroom environment? Will the kids be in, with the parents? I'm just trying to get better understanding, and hopefully for people listening in this morning and believe that, I could benefit from this. How do they go?
The Heal and Connect program is particularly targeted at parents. So it's for the parents only, not the kids. So when they email they can share more information with them regarding how the program works.
It is happening next week.
It's going to be virtual.
Oh, is it virtual?
No. Next week is the World Science Day on Tuesday.
But you've already identified a school where it's happening at.
Yes.
Okay. And then I also know that Heal and Connect, you can't give me a date. We have to contact Tebogo.
Yes, on info@playafrica.org.za.
And it's an online program.
Yeah, they'll be running virtual and hybrid programs.
All right. What's happening with the December holidays and school holidays in general? Because I think that Play Africa played a crucial role in supporting communities. Parents might have been at work, but they got a caregiver or someone or the other to get kids to Play Africa for, a couple of hours, and knew that they were in a very safe environment. Is it going to happen this time around in December? If so, what are the social distancing measures that you're going to put in play? Because I know you serve a huge role in the community.
Yes. So it's really difficult right now to really talk about something that might take place in December, because we don't know where the trajectory of this virus is going to go. However, we will keep the public updated on our social media pages as to what is going to happen, because we always want to adhere to and always follow, the orders that we are given by the authorities to say this is what's going to happen. We also need to be mindful that we are also at a heritage site and a precinct that is frequented by tourists and people just visiting Constitution Hill. So therefore, we also have to adhere to those protocols, and we will have to see what we're going to do. We have to, we are navigating this process as well. We're taking baby steps all the time.
Absolutely.
But we always keep our social media pages updated. So if something is going to come up, we will be advertising it on our Facebook page, Instagram, and those people that use LinkedIn as well. We're also on LinkedIn and Twitter as well.
Okay, wonderful. So for people just need to keep tabs and see all the wonderful things that are happening. And for schools and other organizations, if they do want to benefit from all the wonderful offerings by Play Africa, they can just get hold of projects at playafrica.org.za.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. You take care. Nice talking to you, and wonderful, heartwarming knowing that you guys are still making such a positive difference in the community all I say is keep going. You guys are doing the right thing, so keep on doing what you're doing. Don't fix what ain't broke. Lovely talking to you.
Thank you so much, Julie, and thank you to all your listeners as well. And please do feel free, even if it's not just about the Science Film Festival or other just the programs that we have mentioned. If you want to find out anything about Play Africa, feel free to visit our social media pages or contact us on the email that are provided.
And maybe you should shout out to us in the new year, about middle of January, to give us an update as to what's happening in your world, and we can talk about it here on radio. So you take care, and lovely talking to you. And I certainly am going to put a school in contact with you. It's a school that my granddaughter attends. It's a relatively new school, and I think it would be wonderful if they could be exposed to you guys as well.
Oh, we'd appreciate that very much. Thank you so much.
Okay, you take care. Go well. Lovely talking to you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful afternoon.
And you. It's exactly 38. Thank you for being with me thus far on the show. In a short while, after we listen to an ad or two, we're going to be joined by Delise Guguletu Dube, an 18-year-old girl who wants to share her story with us. Please don't go away. It's a story that needs to be heard and supported. And you know that here at Salam Media, we're all about, obviously, humanitarian journalism. So by way of the story, we want to make a difference together with you as a partner.
Connect and stay ahead with Salam Media. This is Salam Media, coming to you live from South Africa.
Penny Appeal are doing something special. They're giving you the chance to make sure that 100% of your zakat is going to help people who are in desperate need. So this year, give 100% of your zakat to poor and needy people with Penny Appeal, and reap the rewards of fulfilling this beautiful pillar of Islam. Penny Appeal. Small change, big difference.